also available in Ivy Leaf. Meet Rego. He has a knack of popping up when you least expect it. Hello. Hello. So when Rego pops up, remember, choose QBE or CTP.
Not even our competitor's best battery can match the power of Energizer. Because Energizer Ultimate Lithium is the longest lasting AA battery in the world. Energizer, backed by science, matched by no one.
It's Motton's up to 40 months pay no interest ever sale on our Aussie-made plantations, roller shutters and outdoor blinds. That's 40 months and $400 off every purchase. For super fast delivery, put a spring in your step. Call 1311 78 or search Motton Group.
Motton are the best.
Tonight's board report is brought to you by Cancer Council. Aged 50 to 74, do this free at-home bowel screening test. It could save your life.
Good evening. Sam Jacobs has travelled across the border, but says his itinerary doesn't include visiting Melbourne clubs. Speaking to 10 News First, the veteran Crow is settled in Adelaide, but wouldn't answer where he prefers to play.
Sam Jacobs jetted off this morning to meet his manager in Melbourne. The 31-year-old's out of contract, but in demand with interest coming from the Giants and Saints.
Oh, there's a lot of things, a lot of factors coming up. We've got a young family as well, mate, so work through it.
Jacobs, though, would prefer not to leave the West Lakes nest.
Just a matter of working through it, mate, with my manager. Obviously, I'm very settled in Adelaide, very happy with the Crows.
Jason Dunstall's getting settled in Adelaide as well. He's revealed why he accepted a role to review the club.
It felt like a challenge that best fit me, if that makes sense, and sometimes we have a fascination about how the industry runs, and being involved doesn't hurt.
Dunstall dismissed the notion some players won't bear all to two media personalities.
But one thing we need to make very clear is that our involvement, Pav and I, we're not making any decisions. All we're doing is providing information and feedback.
There's no timeline on the recommendations, according to Andrew Fagan.
We sort of said 5 or 6 weeks, and probably internally I'm trying to push quicker than that and have something sort of finished by the end of the month. But it'll take as long as it needs to take to be really thorough.
The club's CEO says Eddie Betts isn't on the train table despite being unhappy at the club.
Well, look, I don't think he's probably enjoyed the last couple of years, and he wouldn't be as much as he'd like to. And he's not alone in that.
And a day after stepping down as skipper, Taylor Walker has revealed a big reason why. He's having a kid with wife Ellie.
I wanted to finish off my career with a bit of enjoyment and a bit of freedom. Also, Ellie and I are about to start a new family, so that's going to be on our horizon.
Jace Kemp for 10 News First.
Despite being an out-of-contract 28-year-old who didn't play an AFL game all year, Jack Trengove is still a man in demand. Max Burford caught up with the ball winner in a Port Sandford semi-final against Glenelg.
I've got Jack Trengove with me here. Jack, this is a big week for the club. The AFL side's done, but everyone's really putting all of their weight behind the Sandford finals push, aren't they?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, everyone wants to play in finals footy, and that's the reason why we play, and it's no difference for us, and we've come this far, so let's give it a fair shake at.
Now, what about your year? I've lost count of the amount of times people have asked me, why is Jack Trengove not in the AFL side? Can you put some minds at ease?
Yeah, Mum and Dad are probably the ones asking the most, aren't they? Nah. Oh, look, it's one of those things. I sort of knew what I signed up for at the start of the year, and there's got to be a lot of good young players coming through at Port who are going to be given opportunities before me, and no doubt I would have loved to have been out there and been given that shot, but it wasn't the case, so now I've got a good chance to sort of make the most of this final series to come, and I feel like I'm still ready to go at that level, but hopefully in the future.
Well, what is the future? What does it look like? What's going to happen in the off-season and next year for you?
Footy's pretty tough these days, and it's a pretty ruthless industry, so I'm not certainly not holding on to anything, but hopefully there's an opportunity out there because I'd love to make the most of it, but if not, then I'll move on to my next sort of phase of life.
Jack, thanks for your time. Good luck this week.
Cheers, Max.
Will, against the Bays here, Port Adelaide, Sunday.
Thanks, Max. Finals footy starts with West Coast hosting Essendon in a cutthroat elimination final tonight. Lockie Reed, the reigning premiers, they are red-hot favourites.
Yeah, they certainly are, Will. Absolutely no doubt about it. But I must say, as the Eagles fans walk past me now, they are feeling a little bit nervous. They will remember back 2016 when the Western Bulldogs came to town and defeated them in a similar game, then went on to win the premiership. So lots of nerves here in the West. And the Bombers, well, they have nothing to lose and they will throw everything at the West Coast Eagles here tonight at Optus Stadium. Essendon making 5 changes. The big ins, Heppel and also Stringer, they are massive names and they add some real leadership and brilliance to the team. And former son of the West Coast Eagles, John Worsfold, he is coaching for his coaching future tonight. And if he could defeat his old team, then certainly he would stay in the job at Bomberland. The other great news is that Nick Naitanui is back for the West Coast Eagles. He hasn't played since round 17. He is a huge in for the home team.
We don't try to change too much. We know that he's playing. We know he's a really damaging player. We'll keep an eye on him, obviously, but we're confident our guys can get the job done.
What do you need from Tommy Bellchambers there?
A big day.
At least you're honest. Do you send someone to Elliot?
Well, we'll assess that as it goes throughout the game. He's a really important player, but he's not the only really important player they've got in the midfield. They've got a really good midfield. So we'll sort of assess that as the game pans out.
Well, there you go. Finals just about to get underway, Will. It is a big elimination final. The winner goes through, and of course the loser, they'll be having a few beers later on tonight. Back to you.
Good on you, Lockie. Steve Smith got the better of Jofra Archer and England in his comeback from concussion on day 1 of the 4th Ashes Test. Smith and Marnus Labuschagne rescued the innings after David Warner failed yet again. The world's best batsman will resume on 60. Australia 3 for 170 after a day of miserable weather.
There's no hiding from it. David Warner has a big, broad problem. Gone for a duck, the 5th time he's fallen to the same bowler this series. Marcus Harris made 13, also unable to fend off Stuart Broad from around the wicket. That set the stage for Archer v Smith. Jofra's 3rd ball, a bouncer. Safely navigated, just about. Smith landed the blows in his comeback from concussion.
Ball wide and driven 3-point before.
Marnus Labuschagne had never batted with Smith at any level. The understudy watched and learned.
Different guards, the way he bats, different pre-movements, and I think that's what makes him the best in the world. That he's always kind of one step ahead.
Commentary turned to covers instead of cover drives for 3.5 hours. When play resumed, Labuschagne made his 4th half-century in a row. Still not beach weather, but Smith was having a ball. Nothing pretty about Manchester in autumn. All kinds of distractions held up play. No gadget required to work out. It was miserable.
It was very windy out there. I've never played a game where there's you've played with no bails.
Unique and highly effective. Smith literally reached out for 50.
That was wide. Brings up his half centre.
Labuschagne still hasn't got 100. Out to Overton on 67. Nothing nasty was said, according to the bowler.
There wasn't a send-off or anything when I got him out. It was just more saying that was the in-swing. I'm actually keeping an eye on that one.
Tough conditions fired up fast bowlers. It's Steve Smith's idea of a candy store. Vince Hammerley for 10 News First.
Rafael Nadal's progressed in a hard-won US Open quarter-final. Twice the Spaniard surrendered a double break to Diego Schwartzman. The Argentine couldn't match Rafa when it mattered, but showed enough fight to get fans on their feet.
This is one of the all-time great points. You would ever see a guy win that should have lost 4 times.
Nadal next faces Matteo Berrettini. A new NFL season starts tomorrow. New England is the reigning champions. And looking at practice, they look pumped. Head coach Bill Belichick doesn't exude the same enthusiasm.
Well, after all these years, people get excited for the opening night.
I like the boiler football season and all the things that go with it.
Yeah. When you've won 6 Super Bowls, we're plenty for that fun. Hopefully, no Bill gets more excited over our play of the day. And that's all the sport now.
We'll have the winner of our show golden ticket next amongst all the winners.
Iconic tourist destinations are about to impress. 6:30.
Eleanor's dream date is about to become a disaster.
Oh.
This date with Eleanor is
this hard to see. Oh, I need to get out of here.
The Bachelor, 7:30 tonight on 10.
The Monopoly game at Macca's is back. Head and appeal millions of prizes from Uber Eats twice a week for a year, a $5 flights and a gift card, and even a Suzuki Vitara. Feel, play and win at Macca's today.
At Carpet Court, we believe the best designs deserve the highest quality, sustainably sourced materials. So you can enjoy stunning new trends in carpet, flooring and blinds. Carpet Court, dream it, style it, live it.
Just one night, madam? That's right. And with your gold card discount, that will be $120 for the night, please. 4-star hotel with a pool for this price. Not bad. $95 for the night, please. Wait, what?
Well, if you use Trivago, Trivago will compare prices from hundreds of websites worldwide, making it simple to find a great deal on your hotel. Give it a go. Do it on the way down?
What?
Hotel?
And starts going to work in minutes with a rapid release formula for rapid relief of pain. A handy bottle in the Advil white box. Advil pain relief doesn't get faster than this.
Avoid termites eating away at your home. Call now for 20% off a visual termite inspection. No worries with the team from Murray's.
In business, you need to understand your customers. Just ask Stevie and Nadia from Active Truth Activewear. To help all women feel healthy and active, they listened when no one else would. They needed a service provider who'd do the same. That's why Telstra's providing account management support for every business, giving you better, more personalised service so you can be that business. Visit Telstra today.
A show that combines famous faces, names, places.
Oh, Fiji, New Zealand, Honolulu, the West Indies.
America. Show hasn't started yet. Celebrity Night Chat.
A Queensland family's filmed a real Socceroo. He visits the backyard regularly and the kids are taken to leaving him a ball to play with. They now see the Roo happily playing catch and juggling the ball. Well, now to the winner of our Royal Show Golden Ticket, thanks to the RAA. We asked for your favourite show memories. A huge number of you listed the Mad Mouse and the chairlift, which once went across the showgrounds, but our winner was Caitlin Parrish, who said her favourite memory was just seeing Mum enjoy a day where she could have fun with them. Doesn't happen often as a single low-income mum. And we are pleased to say that Caitlin's mum was collecting the VIP tickets, and Kate Ribbon, they are in for a treat. Yeah, Beck, Friday night is always the big one at the Royal Show, so no doubt they will have a great time. Tonight I've been with the dairy cattle, where they're resting after a big morning at the media milk hall. We have Sarah from Survivor and Cash from The Bachelor in our Channel 10 team. And it turns out we're better at being on TV than working on the farm. Our cow ended up making quite the mocktail. We didn't get the win, but we did make the tastiest milk, no doubt. Tonight's weather photo's been sent from Port Lincoln. Craig Paul is lucky enough to have this view from his very own backyard. Yesterday, the capitals were mostly clear, with 32 degrees up in Brisbane, 21 in Sydney and Melbourne, and Perth reached 16 degrees. On the satellite photo, there's cloud over the south of our state, and that's causing patchy light rain. And that cloud is circling around the low pressure system. A vigorous cold front is also moving through, and tomorrow that'll bring a very wintry day to South Australia. We're expecting strong winds, showers, storms, and small hail. Looking interstate tomorrow, warm and sunny in Perth and Brisbane. Sydney will be very warm but windy, but looking down the east coast, it will be much cooler with showers and possible hail for Melbourne at 15 degrees. Back in our state, it's looking cold and windy with showers, with a chance of thunderstorms and hail for South Australia too. Tops of 16 degrees in Ceduna and Port Pirie and just 11 in Clare. The heaviest rain will be through the Mount Lofty Ranges tomorrow morning, with showers right through the south. They'll ease in the afternoon, cool tops of 14 degrees for Victor and 13 degrees for Narracourt. There is a severe weather warning for 12 districts, including Adelaide and the Mount Lofty Ranges and the Yorke Peninsula, Flinders and the Riverland. On local waters, southwesterly winds at 25 to 30 knots will increase around sunrise and then ease from mid-afternoon with seas up to 4 metres. In the suburbs, it'll be cool and wet, with temperatures back down in the mid-teens. While in the city tonight, the showers will begin. It'll get down to 9 degrees overnight, and then tomorrow will be cool, wet and windy, with a chance of thunderstorms and hail, and a top of just 14 degrees. Looking ahead, there'll be showers over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday will be very cold, 14 degrees on Saturday and 15 on Sunday. But then it's clearing up by the start of next week, sunny by Tuesday and up to 18 degrees. And good news, it's warming up to 22 degrees again by the middle of the week. And just in time, Illusion's finally finished her dinner. She's been eating for the last hour. See you tomorrow. All right. Thank you, Kate. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your evening. Good night. At our hospitals.
Teachers set to strike. When it will happen?
Snakes alive. A spring safety warning to South Australians.
The new 2-in-1 medication to help 1 million Australians who suffer from asthma.
And a crow's favourite flies out to consider a new home.
This is Adelaide's 9 News.
Good evening. Jobs will be slashed from major public hospitals as the government continues its cost-cutting drive.
The move comes as a patient has spoken out about the sick state of our health system after he was left in an ambulance for 3 hours.
Symptoms of a sick health system. At least a dozen ambulances rammed at Flinders Medical Centre on Tuesday night. Chris Logan was stuck in an ambulance earlier that day.
We arrived. It's pretty clear I wasn't going to go straight into it wasn't clear that I was going to be there for almost 3 hours.
Short of breath, the recovering cancer patient was battling an infection, but the father says his worry was more for others who may have needed his ambulance.
There are a number of things that we expect of our government, whoever that government may be, and one of those things is to maintain public safety. People's lives are put at risk. People's lives in the community.
The ramping woes coming as a push for voluntary redundancies at SA Health was unveiled.
That part of the overall reform that we have got to put in place to make sure that we have the very best and affordable health system in the country.
The Doctors' Union fears patient safety will suffer when staff go.
The doctors will be just sick and tired of the poor way that the hospital services are now administered, and they will leave. The good people will go interstate. They have had enough.
Clearly, this is designed to cut money out of the system, not to lead to clinical outcomes.
How many positions are you looking to lose from SA Health?
There is no target. There is no targeted group in terms of this express.
That means doctors and nurses are going.
So if I could just say there is no targeted group, doctors, nurses, any other staff is entitled to put in an expressions of interest.
The jobs will go from here at the Royal Adelaide to Queen Elizabeth and Women's and Children's Hospitals. Now, while the government won't put a number on the positions to be axed, the opposition claims 1,100 are set to go across SA Health. Staff have until December to put their hands up for voluntary redundancy. Cut.
Thank you, Rory. And there's more disruption to public schools on the way, with teachers planning to walk off the job for 1 hour next week. After 15 months of failed negotiations, the state government today hauled the education union into the employment tribunal to begin conciliation talks. They want to break the deadlock of a pay and conditions deal and are demanding the union abandon its strike plans.
The union's been unprepared to reach an agreement. All we've seen from them is
strike after strike and now rolling stoppages, which further disrupts students. We ask the communities to be supportive of us. This is about respecting the profession of education, and we ask the government to invest in public education.
And it's not clear tonight exactly how many schools will be affected. Harvey Biggs, how will parents know if they need to make alternative arrangements for their children?
Kate, they will hear from their school in the coming days as principals begin to work out what impact this strike will have on them. But what parents need to know is most teachers will down tools at the end of the day next Thursday. However, in a bid to minimise disruption, some schools may hold their strike on a different day in the following 2 weeks. Teachers who do walk off the job will rally at the offices of their local MP. All this is a one-off for now. A resolution seems no closer, so this could be the start of more industrial action.
Harvey Biggs, thank you. There have been no reports of illness following the detection of Listeria bacteria in Conroy Slice pastrami. SA Health issued an urgent food health alert yesterday evening with contamination picked up by the local small goods maker during routine testing. The affected product had been distributed in the past week at some Foodland and IGA supermarkets, as well as delis, bakeries and sandwich bars.